pressure. It's good to know I'm shy. That makes me feel a lot better about tonight. I want to first of all start out by thanking you very much for inviting me to help celebrate the Philippine Nurses Association's 10th birthday. 10 years. That's a decade for an organization committed to community, education, and support. What could be better? Nurses coming together to give back to their community, to each other, and to teach young nurses about the art of nursing. 10 years of dinners, parties, dancing and singing, and yeah, some serious things too. Great educational programs like today and yesterday, programs to introduce healthcare careers to the next generation of providers, and outreach programs to help new families feel welcomed as they enter into the United States for their first job. But then again, always food, always dancing, and always music. As I thought about what I could share with you tonight, I knew I wanted to talk about something other than nursing, or the future of healthcare, or the problems that we face every day. I wanted to focus on the individual you. I wanted to talk about someone like all of you, who was brave and pioneering, strong and smart and dedicated to others. So you're probably all thinking, oh no, another talk about Florence Nightingale. Well, it would be tempting. She was very brave and pioneering, and she was strong and smart, and she didn't really care about others. And it is almost her birthday, you know. But I was thinking about another heroic female. I want to talk a little bit tonight about Anna Eleanor Roosevelt. She was the wife, as you know, of the 31st President of the United States, FDR. And she was the niece of Theodore Roosevelt, who was our country's 25th president. But more than that title of wife and niece, she was a strong, independent woman, like all of you. Now, unlike many of us here, she was born into a very wealthy family. And unlike almost all of us, she was very tall, 5'11.5". And she did marry a cousin, you know, her 5th cousin once removed. And though some of us might have a story like that in our family, most of us have family trees that have a few more branches. Eleanor was unusual for her time. She was tall, she was educated, she was independent thinking, and she was wealthy enough to do nothing more than find a good man and have some children. Well, she decided to be different. She did find a man, she had 6 children, but she also led a very public and independent life. Some say that Eleanor Roosevelt was the first modern First Lady. For example, she had a relationship of her own with the media. When she was the First Lady, only about 25% of women worked outside of the home. She used her weight in the media to connect with those women who often found themselves in domestic isolation. She used press conferences, 348 of them, over the span of FDR's 12 years as president. She had her own newspaper column called My Day, and it ran from 1936 to 1962. She published over 60 magazine articles in her time at the White House, and they were all published in national magazines, all to discuss social concerns that were important to her. Better prenatal care, better working conditions for women, elimination of child labor, establishment of minimum wage and a 48-hour work week. She was interested in the elimination of poverty and better education, particularly for women. In this day and age of Facebook and Twitter and texting, her media exposure might not seem like a lot to us, but in those days it was unheard of for a woman to have that much exposure to the public. She set a precedent for the following First Ladies to remain in touch with the nation through the media. Eleanor raised her children. She stood by her husband through illness and even infidelity, and she made a difference for women and children. And then after her husband's death, she continued her own career. In 1945, she was named by President Truman to the United Nations. She was the first chairperson of the United Nations Commission on Human Rights. She went on over the next 20 years to represent women and women's issues in a variety of political and social appointments. She died at 78 in 1962. Upon her death, the then UN ambassador to the U.S. Adlai Stevenson said that the United States, the United Nations, and the world has lost a great citizen, Mrs. Eleanor Roosevelt, a cherished friend of all mankind. So the thing I liked about Eleanor the most wasn't just what she accomplished, but she had some amazing quotes. So one of the things she said is, "You must do the things you think you cannot." When I look out to all of you and think about what you have done, in many cases, traveled to a new country for work, learned a new culture, learned to work in a language that was secondary to you, leaving a family behind, leaving belongings behind, starting over, I think that you have done what many might have thought could not be done. Eleanor also said, "It's better to light a candle than to curse the darkness." Or in other words, make a change, take a chance, be your own light. For the past 10 years, PNAAZ has been a light in the work that is done to educate and support nurses. For 30 or 40 years, many of you have been the light in patient care and the light in the staff of the hospitals and clinics you serve. Another Eleanorism is, "The future belongs to those who believe in their dreams." Each of you have a dream. Some of those dreams are already realized. To be a nurse, to be a mother, to be a father, to call more than one country home, to make a difference for others. You also likely have many dreams that are not yet realized. What are they? How will you make a difference tomorrow? What is next for you? What will PNAAZ do for the next 10 years? Questions I am confident you are all able to answer, because you have already proven that you can believe in a dream, and by believing, create a new future. I leave you with a final wise quote from a tall, awkward, brilliant, everyday heroine. Eleanor said, "Yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift. That's why we call it the present." Thank you for letting me be present with you tonight.
Dani primero.
Do you know anybody else next to you who has been here since 2002?
Paz. Pasita Nakaran. Lerma Barrera. King Hueco. Ila Aquino. Des Marquez. Amy Bannister. Des Marquez. Any more? And also I would like to call Melody Stancos. She is actually one of the mover and shaker. So she named our honorary member in 2001 and 2002. And also Jack Barone. He's one of our honorary members. Okay, are there any more? Okay, presenting to you the founding members of the Philippine Nurses Association of Arizona in 2001. Lina Ong, are you here in 2001? I know we have a lot of nurses from St. Joseph Hospital because we did our first formal meeting in November 16 in 2001 at St. Joseph Hospital, and it was attended by 20 nurses. And we became the 28th chapter of the Philippine Nurses Association of Arizona in February with 25 members. Thank you.
success. And if you guys can just stay, I would like to call on all PNAAZ members. So I would like to call all the presidents to try and get all the PNAAZ members to come forward so we can get them also their surprise. All PNAAZ members, this is your time to shine. East Valley and main chapter, please come forward and get your surprise. Okay, all founding members, can you come up to the stage? All founding members, please come up to the stage. Does everyone have a box? Yes! Alright, are all members in the partner?
I don't have a bag.
All members, don't be shy, please come forward.
Thank you, Doctor.
Alright, one more minute. Take those You're superstar tonight. So, I would like to thank all of you for signing up as PNAAZ members. Thank you to all the husbands who are taking pictures. Again.
Nice, they took the caramel. When we went there, the kids were also very light.
Awards first for their help to make this a success. I know it seems like we're doing all these awards, but
Year anniversary.
it has not been easy 10 months to continue to go to meetings. So first of all, we would like to award of recognition presented to J. Maningo Salinas, PhD RN, in appreciation for outstanding leadership in organizing the PNAAZ 10th anniversary, celebrating a decade of caring, April 29 to 30, 2011, Scottsdale, Arizona.
TJ, act like you're enjoying it. See? Act like you're enjoying it.
Oh, of course. Yeah, sabi ko nga kanina. Happy.
I also would like to recognize Riza Ditella. Riza, my fearless treasurer who so nicely sends me the emails at 12 midnight. Mila Aquino, for your dedication and for stepping up to the plate to become an MC. Frank Rosales. And for that beautiful dance. Where's Terry? Pasita Nagaran for calling me from PACU. Lina Ong. Lina, no matter what the time, weather, or very busy lives that you have, you always manage to come to the meeting and contribute. Thank you so much. Shirley could not be here today, but she sends her thank you as well to the rest of the board. And I know that our past presidents and have helped us so much. Thank you as well to you guys. But I won't give you any more certificates because I know you have many of those already. All right, Nellie. Please give them a round of applause. They worked really hard for tonight. Yes. Are they finished?